Hey guys, I am back and today I'm here with a very special guest. This is Lovey. This is my sibling's cat. You may notice that I'm in a different background setup than normal. I'm at my mom's house, but I'm downstairs in the common spaces because no one's here and I wanted to keep the dogs and the very needy cat company. So Lovey is going to be my assistant while we talk about products that I want to pan in 2022. So I've seen this project or this video kind of going around YouTube. It's really cool, and I've already picked out what palettes, keeping you guessing, I want to pan in 2022. So I didn't include them in here. I didn't want to do any spoilers or anything like that. So this is just other kind of freestanding products that I would like to pan. So without much further ado, let's just hop straight into this video. So this year is going to be the year of the primer. I have a just ton of like primers and primer samples floating around, and I want to work through as many of them as possible, but I really want to use up the NARS Smooth and Protect Primer. This has broad spectrum 50 in it. I don't know if this is breaking me out or if this will break me out. I tend to be very sensitive to sunscreen, so if this does, I'll just get rid of it, but I would like to try and pan it if I can. And then I've also been using for the past 3 or 4 months this Revlon Photo Ready Prime Plus Mattifying and Pore Reducing Primer. I would like to get this worked out of my collection as well. They're like meh primers. Honestly, my favorite primer is the Smashbox Primerizer, so the really hydrating one. That's the only primer that I really enjoy and would repurchase. I have a backup of it and I want to work through some more primers before I can open that one up. I have 2 foundation products left. I just used up my Smashbox foundation, so that just leaves me with my Coola Rosilience BB Plus sunscreen in light medium. This I'm pretty sure breaks me out. So I'm going to see if I can do some sort of cocktail with this and maybe some other products to not experience that, or I'll hold on to it and only use it like as a sunscreen since it does have SPF 30 in it. It has very little coverage. I think this is mostly a sunscreen with a little bit of tint. But anyways, this it's not my favorite, but I would like to get it moved out of my collection either by decluttering it if it is what really breaks me out, or using it up if I can. Then I also have my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Light 8N. This I got over a year ago with my friend Carmen when we were at Ulta, because she was like, Jasmine, you're convincing me to buy so many things and you're not getting anything. And I was like, okay, I can always use a tinted moisturizer, and I grabbed that and something else I didn't need, because peer pressure. And so I picked this up, but then I had other foundations in my collection that I needed to work on that were older than this, so I haven't gotten around to really panning it. I am wearing it today. Can you chill? I am wearing it today. It's good, very light coverage, but I want to get it moved out. Then some powder. I really want to use up the CoverGirl, well, it's in my CoverGirl Advanced Radiance Compact, but this is actually the Kat Von D loose powder. I had 2 mini samples of it that I pressed into here, and I'm spilling powder everywhere, and I made a mess. This is a messy compact, and I would really like to just use it up because I was like, oh, I'm not using these in their teeny tiny little sample containers, and so I thought I'd repress it and then I'd use it, but then I didn't, and so I would really like to get those moved out, and then I can throw that compact away, because repressing loose powder into a pressed powder container, not a great idea in my personal experience. I would also like to move out some setting sprays. So I have this Pixi Skin Treats Hydrating Milky Mist. I got this because of the hype. I want to see how I like it. If I do like it, then I would repurchase it, but I've only used it like twice. And then I would like to use up this Ulta Beauty matte makeup setting spray. This is a mini, and I'm pretty sure I have a Mario Badescu mini floating around somewhere. So if I could get all of these worked out, that would be great, because I just have a lot of little ones, and then I'm just less likely to use them because I'm like, oh, they're good for travel, but I'm not really going to be traveling a ton with makeup in the near future. Next is something that I didn't know which product to include, so I want to pan a bronzer, like move one of these out of my collection, probably focusing on it most during the summertime. And I have my Hoola Benefit bronzer, and then I have my Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette. If you were following my projects this past year, you know that I did a good bit of damage on this palette over the past year, and I wasn't wearing a ton of makeup in 2021. I think I'll be wearing more makeup in 2022, so I realistically probably could get this used up. Or I could most definitely get my Hoola bronzer used up. I just don't know which I want to move out more. I'm not really sure. I might just kind of work on this for a little bit, like wear it for a month and then see how I feel and then decide, because I really love the idea of working out my Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette, but I've also been working on it for a year, and then I've used it a ton before that, so I know it's going to take another like full year to use up, and I might just want to revisit it in 2023, so we'll see. Then for highlighter, I have this MAC Stroke Cream in Pink Light. It's a little mini, and I would like to get this moved out. This I use as a primer, so I probably should have included it in the primer section, but whatever. And then I have my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid in Champagne Pop. This is about halfway done, and since Becca is no longer a company, you can't get this anymore. It's also very old. I got this when I was in high school for sure. That means it's at least 2.5, probably more like 3 to 3.5 years old. So I would like to get this used up before it goes bad or something like that. And then some kind of random products. Something that I know will be challenging is the Creme Shop Eyebrow Pom Pom in the shade Taupe. I have a good amount of use on this product. As you can see, I've worn away quite a bit of the middle, and I just have a ring on the outside. I don't know if I could use this up in a calendar year. I am going to use this for the entire year. I would just like to get this used up this year, which is why I'm including it in this video. I would like to finally go back and finish my Lorac eye primer. This one got mostly used, and then my project pan ended, and then I promptly stopped using it because I don't really love eye primer. So unless I am panning one, I don't use one. Oh, a random mini that I threw in here is this like contour stick from ABH, and it's supposed to be like a highlighting stick. I was just going to play with this a little bit, see if I like it as a foundation or a concealer or something like that, or even like as an eye primer, even though what I just said about eye primers, and just get this used up because there's so little of this that it just doesn't make sense to hold on to it for centuries. It would probably be like a week's worth of foundation if I ended up liking it as a foundation. Then I have a handful of eyeliners. So these are all black and brown liners that I would like to get used up. Two of them are little liquid liner minis. One of them is a Kat Von D liquid liner in Trooper, and another is Estila in Intense Black, not Invisible. I used up one of these KVD ones this year, and so I would like to get both of these moved out of my collection by the end of 2022 if possible, just because I think I've gotten more comfortable with winged liner, both applying it and wearing it, so I think I could definitely wear it more often and get these used up. And then once I use those up, I think I'll just stick to using eyeshadow as a liner, because I find eyeshadow's a little bit easier to make wings with, but that's just my personal preference. And then I have two of these Cargo Smobles eyeliners in the brown shade and Black Sea. I forget what this brown one was called. I think it was Pebble Beach. That sounds right. I think I also have a purple one of this formula. I just would really like to get these rolled out. The black one was in my 2021 project pan, and the brown one I just used a lot, especially my freshman year of college, so I would like to get these both moved out since they're getting a little bit older. And then I have two minis, my Lancome Le Crayon Kohl eyeliner in Black Coffee, a L'Oreal Infallible Pro Last in black. Both of these are just like samples that I got at some point, but it would be nice to roll them out since this is realistically like 3 months of eyeliner. Looking at all of this now, I don't know if I can get all of these eyeliners used up, but I would like to set my goal to use up as many of them as possible. And then I just have this Revlon Colorstay Micro Gel Eyeliner in, I think this is brown black. No, this is just brown. It's so little, and there's like not a ton of product. I don't want to do it all the way and then not have it be able to retract. But yeah, there's not a ton of product in this, and it's actually a pretty good eyeliner. I like it, and so I would like to use this up before it dries out. Especially, I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I feel like retractable liners dry out quicker than the wood ones. I think maybe there's more air in the retractable packaging. I don't know. Then lipsticks. So two lipsticks that you've already seen me panning in 2021, or three lipsticks that you've already seen me panning in 2021 that will not go into 2023. They will get used up this year, are my Lock It & Co. Cloud Lips in the shade Sun Shower. This is in my Project 21 Lippies, which will wrap up in March. Then I have my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow, and my Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick in the shade Spice. So all three of these I had in different projects throughout the year. These two I'm currently panning, and I really like them, but I want to get them used up and see kind of the end result of panning them. Then some, I completely forgot to include this in products I've been panning, but my Italia Deluxe Lip Liner in the shade Nude I also threw in here, because again, I would like to see it used up, and I think I can pan a lip liner in less than 2 years, because I've had it in my project for like a year already. And then some more things I threw in, these Buxom lip glosses in Rose Julep and Hot Toddy. These are both little minis. I think I really like this lip gloss formula, so I think those two colors would be easy for me to pan, especially over the summer. Then I have this NARS Velvet Lip Glide in District. This is, again, another mini, but I like the color. I think it would be pretty good to pan. Got a cat hair on my face, sorry. I have my Bite Beauty Matte Lip Crayon in Glacé. I have already panned one of these. It took me like 3 months, and I really, really loved this lip crayon, so I would love to finish using this up and just really enjoy it, because at first I didn't want to pan it because I loved the last one so much and I used it up so quickly, but I want to get this rolled out. I would like to challenge myself to pan this Huda Beauty Liquid Matte in the shade Trophy Wife. I'm wearing it today mixed with a couple other things, but I do really like this color, and I like this liquid lipstick formula. At first I was applying too much and I was like, this is kind of thick. It definitely feels matte, but when you just take a little bit and then kind of smooth it out with your fingers or a brush, or really clean off the applicator and smooth it on that way, it is so thin and beautiful. So it's a really beautiful formula. And then something else that I have also panned one of before is my Nudestix Intense Matte Lip and Cheek Pencil in the shade Purity. This is a really beautiful color. I wear it mostly on my mostly on my cheeks, but also on my lips, and I have been using it as a blush the past couple of Like the past 2 or 3 weeks since I used up my mini Nudestix Purity pencil, so I would like to get this used up too. So those are all the products that I would like to pan in 2022. We shall see how it goes. I would really like to get a lot of these moved out. I'm very excited for all the products that I have planned for next year. I also think that now that school is in a more normal place, we're going back to in-person classes. I'll have a summer program next month that won't be in manufacturing, so I won't have restrictions on makeup with that. So I think it'll be a full year of wearing makeup, a full year of panning, and really enjoying all of the products in my collection, and that is something to look forward to. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're excited to see me pan these products, please like, comment, subscribe, all of that jazz, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Thanks, guys.